So one of the crucial elements in order to be successful with any business is picking the right niche. It doesn't matter about your marketing, your planning, your execution. If you don't have the right niche, if your niche is not in any demand, it's just not gonna work. So it's super, super crucial to go into the right niche. And in this video, I'm gonna give you 5 methods that you can use in order to figure out what are some of the best niches to get into. And these are gonna be super interesting underground methods that you can utilize either one by one or all together combined in order to figure out some of the best niches to get into. All right, so let's get started. So the first method we're going to be talking about today is domain auctions and expired domains. And the way this works is that many domains are registered every single day. And yes, some domains go into different projects, they become successful businesses, but many other domains they either expire or the owner is no longer interested in that specific domain. And so the domain might expire, or maybe the owner wants to auction it out to the highest bidder and see if they can make some money from the domain, even though they really haven't developed that domain. And so whoever buys the domain, they can actually go out and they can develop a very, very successful business with it. And so for this method, you can simply Google GoDaddy domain auctions. You can simply go to the first result here and you can open it up. And this gives you a glimpse of some of the most profitable domains out there. And if a domain has a decent price, that means that there's a lot of demand for that specific domain because that niche is very, very popular and there's going to be a lot of money to be made in that niche. And so here I am in the auctions domain name aftermarket, and I am looking at different domains. And so we have gsm.com, estimated value more than 25,000. We have a bunch of other domains. Now, a couple of tips for you. You don't want to be really looking for generic domains. Okay, so gsm.com is, worth more than 25K. That's great, but it doesn't really tell you much about the niche. I mean, yeah, it tells you a little bit about the niche, but not enough. So for instance, this domain doesn't really tell you much about the niche. I have no idea what 2698 means, even though it could be a very useful or a very important number in some kind of a special niche. For me, it doesn't mean much. What I'm looking for is I'm looking for something specific. So here's the Tech Talk. This domain is only $1,000. Dev articles. Right, we can look at dev articles. This domain is almost $5,000 the price. We have an estimated value. And then we have a bunch of other domains. So here we have estimated value column, and we have Detox Life, right? So this is in the health niche. Okay, we have Baby Organic, $5,000. We have Sleep First, $5,000. So from these 3 here are in the health niche, right? This could be organic food. This could be about sleeping. This is probably about, getting yourself detox. So that way you have a really easy grasp on what kind of niches are working and what kind of niches you really shouldn't think about. Another side that you can take a look is Namecheap domains, right? So it's the same thing. You just Google for marketplace domains for sale from Namecheap and you can take a look. So we have a bunch of domains. We have buy now for 2,500. E-commerce campaign, we have helpchildren.com, we have digits123. That's too generic, doesn't really tell us about the niche. It's 105K, which is not bad if it does sell. Teammate, this could be some kind of a business domain. I'm not too sure exactly what it is. SEO Search Central 5000. We have raw. I don't even know what that is. We can go to the second page and take a look what they have there. And so we have Zcode. This could be maybe some kind of a development, programming, some kind of a site like that. 6,000 Child Legal. I'm not really sure what that is. Then we have Visual Physiques. Maybe this is bodybuilding. Maybe this is weightlifting. It's just a guess. You kind of have to open the site and to get an idea. Then we have the Chroma Shop. Right, this could be anything. It's just on the first glance, this seems like some kind of an e-commerce store. So this could be an option as well. And so you can go to any of these domain marketplaces, including GoDaddy, Namecheap, and take a look at what kind of domains are being sold off on the aftermarket, on the secondary market, right? So instead of you going out and buying the domain for like $10, you want to look at domains that are selling after the fact. So this is going to give you some interesting ideas in terms of what is working or not. Another site that's going to be very useful to you is expired domains. You can simply open the site here. You can just Google for it, click on the first result, and you can just go into expired domains and see what kind of domains have expired. And you can also take a look at something called a backlink profile and see if it has any backlinks here. And then you kind of have a bunch of other things. This is a domain pop, number of backlinks. It has a lot of metrics, and you can scoop a nicely expired domain. But I do admit probably a more effective method is featured domains for sale on Namecheap and domain auctions on GoDaddy. That has just been my experience. The next method I want to show you is one of my favorite methods, and this method really tells you what's happening right there. And that is by looking at different communities. So one of the communities I frequent all the time is called Hacker News, and this is essentially a community. It's kind of like Reddit. People submit articles, they talk about different things, and other people can upvote. And if there's enough upvotes, it ends up on the front page, and it's gonna get a lot of attention. You have a lot of comments. So in other words, if there's an article here with a lot of points, that means there's a lot of interest in the article. But we're not looking at articles today. We are looking at different niches. And for that, all you have to do, let me show you a trick. You just type this, and you wanna do show HN. When you do that, you're gonna see show HN, and you're gonna see results like this. We built an end-to-end encrypted alternative, right? And you're gonna see people building stuff, but you're also gonna see people telling you what they're making money with, right? So they're gonna say show HN, we make. You can type something like this, we make. So as an example, here's what I stumbled upon. Show HN, I made a meme creator that makes around 4K a month. And right away, you know exactly how much a certain niche is making, right? This is a meme creator. This is an app that makes 4K a month. And you simply have to go out there. You simply have to type site news.ycombinator.com, and you can say show HN. And so if you type the search query, I check the site several times a day, and it gives me a really good idea what people are doing and how much money they're making in various niches. The next site I want to bring to your attention is called Indie Hackers. Okay, and this is another great site, and they really tell you how much they're making. So here's a post. I made 190K in 2 years. You kind of have to go through it. A really good way of going at it is by going to this page called indiehackers.com/interviews. And they essentially tell you how I went from near bankruptcy to running an 88K MRR business, how I turned my freelance frustrations into a 4K MRR app, right? So you have an idea. This is some kind of a freelance app that's making 4K. You can scroll down the long road to 10K in 30 days, making 8K a month by solving the information problem in politics. You can scroll down, you can see how profit sharing and reinvesting helped my business grow to 40K MRR. MRR is monthly recurring revenue. It's every month how much they're making. And you can go to next pages, you can get an idea. Another site that's very, very similar that I also recommend is Product Hunt. You can go on here and you can see essentially what kind of apps are voted in the top position. And that means there's more demand there, right? So for instance, the Storytale, 2,800 web illustrations to bring life into your projects. Find prospects' cell phone numbers, emails in seconds. This is actually there. And you can go best products from last week. You can have, you can look by week, by month, etc., etc. And you can get a really good idea at what kind of niches are working. Now, sites like this, it's not only business projects. They're actually both business and personal projects. So you'll be able to get consumer ideas as well as business ideas very, very easily by looking at these sites. And I actually check these sites several times a day, and it gives me a really good idea what's working out there so that I can go out and I can go into the right direction and I can build something that people will actually want and need. The next site that I want to show you is Flippa. And this is a really, really direct way at looking at different things, at looking at different sites and seeing how much money they're making. So if you Google for Flippa, you can open it up and you can see very, very easily what's going on. So take a look at this one. This is Flippa, and right away on the front page, they tell you, first of all, this thing here tells you how much they're making net profit, and this is the asking price. Don't really pay I wouldn't really pay too much attention to the asking price. It's typically a multiple of their net profit. But what you really want to be looking at is the net profit, right? So here's 12K a month, 6K a month, 4K, almost 5K a month, 2.5K a month, 32K a month, masks.com. Okay, that's a really nice niche actually. 8K a month, and they have all kinds of sites. They have drop shipping sites. They have AdSense. So take a look at this one: monetization dropship, monetization e-commerce, monetization dropship. And you can go in here and you can browse by websites. So we can go by all websites. You can browse by apps. So take a look at this one. We have various websites here. You can go by price, by age, by category. You can look at featured. Lots of interesting filters that give you a general idea what's happening. So if I click on content advertising, I see ad sales, I see AdSense, which is how some of my sites make money, $2K a month. We have ClickBank, we have another AdSense, and you can go in here and you can say apps. I want to look at apps. People are selling apps, $3K a month, $125 a month, $800 a month. This is actually a really solid way to figure out what's working right now, because you have the numbers, you have the data, you have the niche, you have the monetization strategy, you have everything at your fingertips. All you have to do is kind of browse around and see what's happening. And then you can see, are they selling? You can watch them, you can click on them. These are sponsored. Let's say I want to click on this one. I want to take a look at kind of more detail, and I can watch it. I can kind of learn about it. I can sign up to see their stats. Payment method is escrow. It's all very, very legit. And it actually gives you a really good picture of what's really happening out there, okay? The next method I want to show you is a very simple method. If you go into YouTube, all you have to type is how much I made from YouTube or on YouTube. And once you start typing, you're going to see YouTube suggesting to you different search queries. So if I type how much I made from YouTube, you're going to stumble upon videos where they actually tell you how much they actually make with YouTube. And this is very, very important. What you want to do, guys, is you want to open the video, and you want to scroll. So I'm gonna lower the volume real quick. What you want to do is you want to scroll to the time they show you the screenshot. So if I go in here, you see there's the estimated revenue. So I already know what kind of channel it is. So I can just look at the channel and see what kind of content they have. But what I want to do is I want to go to the RPM. So sometimes they have to click on this tab here, and they're going to show you the RPM. So they made this money, but the question is, how many views did they need to make that money? Did they need millions of views to make this money? Or did they need maybe a few thousand views or a few tens of thousands of views? This is very, very important. So we want to scroll down and we want to see if she's going to show you the RPM, right? So we're going to scroll down. Let's see. There's the views. And so sometimes they show you the RPM, sometimes they do not. And while, of course, just knowing the numbers is very, very helpful, knowing the RPM is also going to be very, very helpful. Let's open. And so here's another video. I'm going to pause it and I'm going to take a look if she shows you any screenshot of how much she has made with that specific niche. So we're going to scroll down. So here's the screenshot right here. You can take a look. There we go. So she's making like $70 a day or something like this. And you can take a look at what kind of niche she's in. So she has 50,000 subscribers. Now you can go out and you can look at her videos to see what kind of niche she's in. And then you can have a general view of how much money you can make. And typically these creators publish these videos regularly. So sometimes you can see videos every single month, or it could be every couple of months, or every 6 months, etc. So and that way you can have a really good idea of how much that person is making in that specific niche. Now you can also type how much I made from blogging. You can type something like this and you're gonna see different how much I made from blogging, how much I make from blogging, how much I make from blogging. Another thing that you can do is AdSense income report, right? You can type something like this and you're going to see June traffic and income report, AdSense income report. You can actually open it up and you can see how much money they're making, right? You can scroll around. There's a spreadsheet here and you can keep scrolling. You can see my AdSense income report for 10 years. First year blogging income report, etc., etc. Or you can just type how much does AdSense pay per 1,000 views on the website. You can type something like this and that's going to give you a general idea of whether that niche is paying a lot of money or that niche is not very monetizable. So that's another really, really good method. And last but not least, I want to give you another site that you can take a look in order to gauge what kind of niches, what kind of areas are making money with affiliate marketing, and what kind of areas are not really strong with affiliate marketing. And that site is called Kid.co. You can simply type Kid.co and you're going to go in here. Kid is a community of creators sharing the products they swear by. And what you want to do is you want to sign in or you want to create your account. And once you're on the site, you can simply scroll and seeing what's happening, right? So there's a home office update, film and editing equipment, gaming setup, all of these products, people are making money with affiliate marketing. And the reason I think the site is really, really good is they wouldn't really go through the trouble of getting an account on the site, creating a kit, etc., if they didn't feel it's gonna make them money. Right? So generally speaking, the products that you see here, especially on the homepage, typically they're making some decent amount of money for the creators. You also have the points guide. This is a good site that I read from time to time. And so if you take a look at the site, there are various niches here. We have phones, we have filmmaking kits, we have digital art, home kit, room and office decorations, minimalist home office, vlog life. And this should give you ideas what kind of niches that you can monetize. And the best way to kind of look at the site is to look at these different kits and to see if any of these kits is something that you're passionate about. So let's say I'm browsing around. Let's say I'm not really interested in filmmaking. I'm not interested in gadgets. I'm not interested in anything like that. But I'm interested maybe in decorations. Or let's say I am interested in gaming setup, or I'm interested in some obscure niche. I can see what kind of products they have in there, and I can go after and start building content around those products, because I know they are making money by monetizing those products via affiliate marketing, and I know that I can do the same thing. There's lots of sites such as this ones, but I think Kit is one of the best out there just to get an idea of what's working. And so these were the 5 main ways of finding really successful niches, and finding a successful niche is super, super important. The last thing that you want to do is go out and build something and then realize that nobody wants it and you're not gonna make any money. All right, guys, so that is all I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed this video, I would highly appreciate a thumbs up. Leave a comment and let me know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video.